Good evening, YouTube.
Hello, Facebook.
Hello, world. Hello, Internet. How you doing?
Cyberspace.
We're the Grand City Hooligans. That's Dave.
That's Lee. Welcome to week 14.
Holidays are here. That's a snow machine. Yay.
I hope that's all the snow we see.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
Hate it.
Yeah, holidays are here. Silly season's here. Last week, 10-6, you?
9-7.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you going to do?
I picked the Chiefs. What?
Yeah, I didn't.
That's the
That's
difference.
probably the difference.
Yeah, wow. But anyway, last
Right.
week is last week. This week is this week. Week 14, here we go.
Here we go.
Let's roll.
Denver going to Oakland on Thursday night. No-brainer.
Denver. 11-point favorites. No-brainer. The Broncos, they're done. Take Denver.
Denver, yeah.
Denver.
Oakland has nothing to play for.
Nope.
Sorry,
That's it.
turn the lights off.
Yeah, it won't be Christmas in Denver.
No.
No.
You mean in Oakland?
Oakland, yeah,
Right.
it'll be Christmas. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Another brain burp.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay, Sunday. Washington hosting Baltimore. This ought to be a good one.
You know what? The Ravens lost a tight one to Pittsburgh last week. It was a hell of a game, hell of a finish.
Yep, and Washington squeaked out a 1-point win over the Giants.
Yeah, this was like RG3's coming out party on Monday
Just
night.
about,
It
yeah.
really was.
But this will be quite a tough test, too.
I think so, too. And you know what? The Redskins are at home. I'm going to go with a hot hand. I'm taking the Redskins.
I'm taking the Redskins, too.
All right.
Even though before we started this, there was footage of Ray Lewis in uniform on the practice field. Although I don't know what that means. If that was old footage, wasn't paying attention.
Redskins are favored by 3.
Yeah.
So, you know what?
That seems to be a...
I'll take it.
That seems to be a lot throughout the league this week. A lot of 3 favorites.
Yeah, and once the season gets closer to the end, games are going to get tighter. And so, Redskins favored by 3. Take the Redskins at home.
Okay. Next up, we have Cleveland hosting Kansas City.
Cleveland hosting Kansas City, yeah. One an emotional win by Kansas City under a tragic cloud. They won last week.
Yeah, I didn't mind losing that game once I found out what happened.
I picked Kansas City.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know. You know, nobody knew what this was going to happen. It was an awful thing. Anyway,
terrible.
Cleveland's at home. They're favored by 7. Cleveland is now 4-8, 3-3 at home. They're on a roll. Take the Browns.
Take the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
at home.
As much as you want Kansas City to do well, you know, you got to pick what you head, not with your heart.
Go with your head.
Right.
Take the Browns.
And all you haters, get off of Bob Costas' back, will you?
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Pittsburgh hosting San Diego Chargers.
Pittsburgh hosting San Diego. Yeah, this is a weird one.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is at home. They're favored by 7. Steelers, they're at home. 4-1 at home. I think Roethlisberger might be coming back. I don't know. But you know what? The Chargers are they're done. Take the Steelers at home.
No, I'm going with San Diego.
You're going with San Diego.
Yeah, I mean, they just barely... where did I have them here?
Barely got... Well, the Bengals barely got by them last week.
Right, and they just barely beat Baltimore.
Yeah, that 4th and 29 against Baltimore.
Yeah. No, not in that game.
What?
Not in the Pittsburgh game.
I'm talking about the Pittsburgh game 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
With San Diego?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you know, They barely lost, because it was in overtime, and Baltimore barely got by them.
Right.
And, Steelers, field goal to win that one against Baltimore last week on the road. Gutsy win. I'm going to take the Steelers.
No, I'm going with the Chargers.
You going with the Chargers?
Yeah.
A disagreement.
Okay, next up we have lucky Andrew Luck and the Colts going to Tennessee. I'm sorry, hosting Tennessee.
Hosting Tennessee. The Colts, they rock at home. They are favored by 6. The Titans, forget about it.
Yeah.
It's over. I'm going to take the Colts.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Colts too. I mean, did Andrew Luck win that game against Detroit by skill, or was he in fact lucky?
I think he won it. He won it. He couldn't. They made 3 tries to the end zone. It was 4th down. Time was running out. Screw it. Just do the short pass, and they did it. It was beautiful.
Or was that just a breakdown of Detroit?
Um,
Detroit seems to find.
I think
ways
it's a little
to
bit of
lose.
both. The Lions are done.
Yeah,
The Lions
unfortunately.
are done. Yeah, take the Colts at home.
Okay.
You taking the Colts?
Yes, I am.
You take it. He's taking the Colts. We take the Colts. We
Right.
take the Colts. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Next up we have the JETS just in the season going to Jacksonville.
Yeah. Last week at the Meadowlands at Midlife,
Yeah.
Sanchez got benched after throwing 3 interceptions.
Under 100 yards.
Yeah, he was awful. McElroy came off the bench, threw the game-winning touchdown. They won. It was a baseball score, 7-6. Yeah.
Boring.
The Jets are on the road against 2-10 Jacksonville. Jets are favored by 3. I heard that Sanchez will start. Today's Wednesday. Who knows? Things are going to change.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Jets.
Yeah, take the Jets.
Take the Jets.
Even, if it is, Sanchez or Tebow or
McElroy or even Rex Ryan, he may say, screw it, I'm going to go out there.
He's definitely not going to be a scrambler.
Just take the Jets.
Yeah.
Take the Jets. Oh.
Yeah. All right, next up we have Chicago going to Minnesota.
Chicago going to Minnesota, yeah.
This, I think, is another type.
You know what? The Bears are favored by 3 on the road in this, but you know what? This is going to be my upset special. I'm going to take the Vikings.
You know what? No, I'm going with Chicago.
You're going with Chicago?
Yeah. Minnesota won the last game a couple of weeks back.
They did.
But I think Chicago wants to take it at their house.
Chicago lost in overtime. Russell Wilson, clutch.
Yeah.
Hey, on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bears are 8-4. I don't know. Maybe they might get the wild card.
It could go either way, but what's the phase? 7 in favor of the Bears? No, 3. 3. Again.
3. I'm taking the Vikings in this.
No, disagreement. I'm going with Chicago.
Another disagreement. All right. Next game, my friend.
Next game, Atlanta is going to Carolina.
Yeah, no brainer.
Atlanta.
Yeah, take the Falcons. Falcons are favored by 4 on the road. That's weird.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take the Falcons.
Yeah, take the Falcons.
Yeah.
Even though, they haven't clinched yet, have they?
They clinched the playoff spot.
But
No, they did clinch the division.
They did?
They did clinch the division.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, they did clinch the. Yeah.
Oh, right. It was actually Houston that hasn't clinched yet.
Yeah, they clinched the playoff spot, but because of Indy winning.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, they didn't clinch
Gotcha.
the division. Yeah, because Indy.
All right. Still, clinching or no clinching, go with Atlanta in this one.
Yeah, go with Atlanta.
All right. That commercial with Cam Newton and the kid is pretty amusing.
I've never seen it.
No, you haven't seen that one?
But yeah, I know.
Okay.
I always mute when commercials are on.
All right.
Yes.
Next up, we have Tampa Bay hosting Philadelphia.
Yeah, what was it? Santa's gonna give the bad kids all Eagles shirts or something like that. The Eagles suck.
Yeah.
Tampa
lost 8 in a row now.
Yeah. Tampa's favored by 9. Yeah, that's about right.
Tampa at home over the hapless Eagles.
There's turmoil in Philadelphia. There's chaos. Yeah, the Eagles.
May as well be plucked on its back, on your plate, cooked, done.
Yeah, take the Bucks. And the Buccaneers are 6-6 this year.
There you go. Yeah.
What a year. But yeah, Tampa by 9.
Okay, Tampa. Next up we have Buffalo hosting St. Louis.
Buffalo hosting St. Louis. Where is that? Please hold. Oh, there it is.
The call is very important to us.
It's way down here.
Okay.
Yeah, the Rams, they beat the 49ers last week. But
they barely to the end of overtime.
Yeah, another overtime squeaker.
Can those two teams just pick a winner in regulation?
No tie game this time, but the Rams
Hooray.
can pull it off. And I didn't even pick the Rams. I picked the Niners.
But this time, I picked the Rams.
I'm picking the Bills. Another
Rams.
disagreement.
Dave picked the Rams.
Dave picked the Rams. The Bills are favored by 3. They are favored by 3. I'm going to pick the Bills in this at home. I know that Fitzpatrick is interception happy, but I know the Rams have a decent defense, but I'm going to take the Bills.
Yeah. Another close one. I went with St. Louis in this one.
All right.
On hand. All right, here we go. Here's a good one. Cincinnati is hosting Dallas.
Oh, yeah, this one's going to be fun. Cincinnati at home, favored by 3. Dallas, they're 6-6. They're still hanging in there. Aside from the Romo sucking.
Can't imagine how they're.
I'm going to go with
500 season with giving up more points than they've scored this season.
Yeah, that's
unbelievable.
Stink. I'm going to take the Bengals.
So am I. I'm taking the Bengals.
You're taking the Bengals are on fire.
They are.
7-5 altogether. They look good. Like I said, they're favored by 3. I'm going with the home team. I'm taking the Bengals.
Taking the Bengals. It's about time they started doing something really good.
Right.
Okay. Next up, San Francisco is hosting Miami.
Yeah, no brainer. Dolphins on the road. They're 2-4 altogether on the road. Niners at home. Niners are favored by 10. I agree with that. Take the Niners.
Take the Niners.
I'm picking the Niners.
Yeah, I don't think Miami has much of anything for San Francisco.
No.
Yeah, they played us tough last week, but they always seem to play us tough. No matter what year it is.
Either it's every time the Patriots have gone down to Foxborough. I mean, to Miami. Whether it was worse at the Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
But at whatever
Joe Robbie,
pro player, Lane Shark, whatever his name is now.
I'm a dolphin.
Yeah.
Laces out, Dan.
I'm a dolphin. No, you're that crazy shark. No, I'm a dolphin. I'm gonna go with the Niners.
Niners.
Yeah.
Okay.
No brainer.
Next up, we have the Giants hosting New Orleans.
Okay, this is a kind of interesting game. The Saints got kind of spanked last week. Drew Brees, interception, couple of interceptions.
Yeah, spanked by 10 points.
Touchdown streak is gone. The Giants are at home, favored by 5. You know what? I'm going to take the Giants in this one.
No, another disagreement.
Whoa! Hey, that's fourth.
Yeah, I'm going with New Orleans in this one. I mean, you only put 16 points on the board against Washington.
Yeah.
And New Orleans can score quite a bit.
I don't know. I'm going to take the Giants at home.
No, this is my upset pick.
All right, that's his upset pick. All right, we're like
I'll be upset if I lose.
We're like a regular Siskel and Ebert, man. We got like 4 disagreements. Wow.
Could be more. Who knows?
Could be more. We'll see. We'll see as this goes on. I got a feeling there will be more. So you both think. I picked the Giants. You got the Saints. All right.
All right.
Split. Next game.
Next game. Seattle is hosting Arizona.
This is kind of a no-brainer. Seahawks are 7-5. They're undefeated at home. The Cardinals suck.
After starting 4-0.
They've got a good defense.
They just have flushed themselves down the toilet.
Good defense, horrible offense. I'm going to take the Seahawks. They're favored by 10.
The Cardinals haven't won a 5th game yet, have they?
No. They're 4-8.
No. Go with Seattle at home.
Go with the 10-point favorites.
Loudest
Go with
stadium
Seattle.
ever. And who knows what kind of weather may play a factor in that game.
I doubt it. It's Seattle.
Yeah.
So go with the Seahawks.
Okay. Next up, we have Green Bay hosting the hapless Detroit Lions.
No brainer. The Lions are done. The Packers.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Packers are favored by 7. They're 5-1 at home, 8-4 for the season. I think they may take the North in the NFC North the way they're going.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, Packers by 7. Take the Packers.
Take the Packers. Tough to stop them.
Yeah. Now. Okay.
Monday night, game of the week, as far as we're concerned, and probably as far as the rest of the NFL is concerned.
This is the game of the year.
make or break. We have the 9-3 Patriots going up against the 11-1 Houston Texans at New England.
Yes.
Monday night.
Patriots are favored by 4. When I read the Globe this morning, it was 3.5.
Okay.
So, I've done a lot of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have Gronk.
No. We lost Edelman for the season.
Broken foot.
Yeah. But we just re-signed Dante Stallworth. Yeah. But that's what the Patriots do. You know, somebody goes down, somebody else steps up.
I'm questionable about the play calling by Josh McDaniels. I was losing my mind Sunday. I kept saying run, and you still weren't running at certain times.
Miami was stuffing us pretty good.
But until the end, that drive when I told them to run, and you know there was one moment in the game where they had Miami by the throat, and they could have ran it in either Vereen or Ridley, and instead 3 passes, all incomplete. Well, Welker could have had one, and he dropped that. But I thought about this one.
At home Monday night.
I thought about this.
Houston is, to me, they could have a few more losses on that record. They should have lost
to Detroit. They should have lost to Jacksonville.
Yeah,
they've been lucky.
Right.
But I'm.
And who has? What kind of quality opponent has Houston played?
Nothing really.
Right.
But you know what? I've got a bad feeling about this. I'm taking the Texans.
No, I'm sticking with in Bill we trust.
We have another disagreement.
That's what, 5, 6, and
5. Yeah.
It's Patriots at home Monday night. Nice and chilly.
I'm taking the Titans. I mean the Texans. I'm taking the Texans. Well, they both start with team.
Yeah.
But still, I'm going to take the Texans in this. I think it's not going to be a blowout by any side. I think it's going to be a tight game. I don't know, maybe if the weather is shitty on Monday, which I doubt, maybe that might be a factor Monday night. But like I said,
it's not as big a factor as it used to be in years past.
No, unless we don't get much snow like we used to.
But I don't think it's going to be a warm 40-degree Monday night game.
No.
It's probably going to be a cold one that
night. I'm just taking the Texans.
I'm taking the Patriots.
All right.
There he is.
That's it.
All right. That's week 14. We're all wrapped up, ready to go.
Entertainment purposes only.
Right.
Don't take us personally. Don't seriously. Just have some fun
because we don't take ourselves seriously.
No.
Look at us. Do we look serious to you?
Frauds.
We're big frauds.
Major fraud.
Look at this thing. We're not serious.
Well. Wait a minute. Where's the thing?
Have no fear. Sargon is here. And with that, we're playing you out.
We out of here.
Good night, all.
Be good.
Or don't get caught.
Comment, subscribers.